Greetings, YouTube community. Thank you very much for joining me today on my channel called Ignite Family Engagement. As you know, my mission is to do just that. I'm working to raise awareness of the importance of increasing family engagement in education. Before we cover the information on our video today, I want to remind all of you to be sure to subscribe to this channel. Also, be sure to like this video by giving it a thumbs up, and please be willing to share it. Doing all of these things will really make a very, very positive difference in the work of increasing family engagement in education. Today, I am going to talk about an idea that I have. We're hearing so many discussions about schools opening, whether or not the school should be as they were before the pandemic, that is, students attending the traditional brick and mortar schools, but with all of the safety guidelines in place, like the social distancing, proper ventilation, hand washing, and wearing the facial masks. We're also hearing about the possibility of having the students exposed to a hybrid learning experience, which is a blended learning experience where they continue with their virtual activities but attend their brick and mortar school part of the time. And then there's a lot of discussions about just continuing with the virtual learning, the distance learning, until all of the until it's safer to go back to a brick and mortar school. That's not what this video is about. Instead, I am going to talk about the issue of transportation. A lot of schools are planning to open, which if they are a resource-rich school and school district, they're able to do that. They have the resources to purchase masks for children, to make sure that social distancing takes place and all of that. That's wonderful. But we have to accept the reality that not all schools have the resources for that to happen. And then we also have to realize that some of the states where the pandemic is surging, it might not be a good idea. There are already a few school districts in California who decided that it's just not safe to even talk about bringing students back just yet. So to get back to this whole thing of transportation, the schools that are really planning on sticking to their schedule for reopening are really concerned about what to do about transporting students. They're concerned about the bus driver safety, the safety of the children, social distancing on the bus, whether or not they should stagger bus schedules, whether or not they should put some of the older children on public transportation. There's just a lot of noise out there. By noise, I mean just a lot of discussions about what to do. I have a solution that I would like to bring up. A solution that I have written about, a solution that could possibly be a viable option. Family dynamics are really, really diverse today. Not all parents work outside of the home. There are more parents with flexibility in their daily schedules because they may work from home. And then there are parents who work during the evening hours and others work on the weekends. There are some parents that don't work at all. So our family circumstances vary greatly. So what this says to me is that the transportation challenge could possibly be an easy fix. Here's my idea. I believe that school districts should invite parents who are willing and able to transport their own children. Also, parents may be willing to transport some of the children that live in their communities. So there's more to my suggestion. Maybe there are some community members who may be willing to serve as drivers for the students. There are a lot of taxpayers in areas who look for things to fill their time with. So if this is something that could be considered, in return, schools could provide parent drivers and community member drivers with some type of an incentive to encourage them to provide the assistance of transporting some students. To me, the incentive could be a reimbursement for mileage. For some people, that would be enough. Perhaps setting a daily or a weekly stipend allowance for individuals would be something to be considered, and to really think outside of the box as to what could possibly encourage parents who are able and community members who are able. Perhaps some kind of a tax credit, a local tax credit, some kind of a tax incentive could sweeten the pot, so to speak. Despite the fact that there may be some legalities involved in all of this, like securing the clearances for the drivers who transport children other than their own, I really think that this might be and could be worth thinking about. So I basically offer this idea for schools to consider because, again, this promotes family engagement, which is what I'm all about. And it may offer a quick fix to this temporary problem. We know that this is not a problem that's going to exist forever. It could be a matter of weeks, it could be a matter of months, it could be going into a grading quarter or two, but certainly until we know that it is safe to put students back on school buses, this is something to consider. So it's all about keeping students safe as they travel to and from school. So that concludes my discussion for today. Thank you again for joining me on my YouTube channel here. I appreciate comments. I appreciate your views. I appreciate you sharing and liking this video. The more we get the word out about family engagement in education, the better our students, our parents, and our educators will be as they partner together. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye for now.